many of you can honestly raise your hand and say you follow up with every single lead you bring in? Okay, appreciate that. First of all, for the two of you to raise your hands, that's gutsy. Because first of all, my guess is you raised it, and both of you raised your hands. It wasn't like, oh yeah, it's me. No, you follow up on every lead, I can probably tell. Okay, 2 out of this entire room. Now don't feel bad. Wait till you see some of the statistics that I'm about to cover. The biggest challenge most people have in business is following up with all the people that they meet. Somebody gives you their card and they say, I'd really like to talk to you. Please follow up with me. And they never get a call back. Do you know how much that pisses us off? I'll go to a trade show, I'll go to an event, I'll go to a conference, and I'll meet somebody and I'll go, hey, let me give you my card. I can really use your product or service. Can you please follow up with me? No one calls me back. I'll make this real easy for you. Would you like your sales to go up 10 to 20% in the next 60 days? Would that be good? Good. Follow up on every single person that says, I'd like to talk to you. Every single one of them. There are 2 people in this room that proudly raise their hands saying they follow up with everyone. Do the same. Okay, so let's take a look at follow-up. This is a study that we have been working with for years. We've been studying this online for so long, so what I want to go over is very quickly some of the best ways for you to be able to follow up with people. Best days to make contact with people. Here you go. Wednesday, Thursdays. Okay, and if you look at the statistics, a 50% difference. Okay, doing a Thursday over a Tuesday.
Why?
Okay, it's just because most people there, it takes a while to get their week started. Here's how it used to work. Do you remember in the sales game, it used to be you didn't sell on Mondays and you didn't sell on Fridays because Monday was the beginning of the week, Friday was the end of the week. Do you now know that they are now calling Thursday the new Friday? If you go by that prospect, now you've got only Tuesday and Wednesday to sell. It's ridiculous. Okay, next thing, best time to make contact. Okay, 8 to 9, 4 to 6. This happens to be my favorite. Because what will happen is people will go out and they'll work their whole day and they'll do all their stuff, and there's a better than average chance that they're going to be sitting in their office between 4 and 6 and any other time. And the best part about it, who will no longer be there after 5 o'clock? Thank you. No gatekeeper. Okay? This is my favorite time to make phone calls right here. Okay, get them while they're hot. Okay, 5 minutes to get back to people, 10 minutes to get back to people. How many of you will get in, say for instance, you're sitting at your desk and you're going through your email and somebody sends you an email like 2 minutes ago that says, hi, I'm interested in learning about such and such, please contact me. And one of your thoughts is, oh, I don't want to call them yet, they'll think I'm desperate. It's ridiculous. If you get an email and you know you can respond back to somebody, call them immediately. That's what this is based on. The best time to get back to these people. Okay, next one, chances of making contact. How many times do you folks call someone before you say this lead isn't going to come, this person isn't interested? You know what the industry number is. How many of you actually match it? Industry number, 6 to 8 times to try and meet somebody. How many of you can honestly tell me you're making 7 calls to every single lead you have? Don't feel bad, I don't either. And how many of you can honestly say you do more than 2 or 3? Thank you. Okay? The point that I'm making here is here's what happens. You make a phone call, they don't respond. You make another phone call, they don't respond. You call one more time, they don't respond. You immediately think they're not interested. Let me ask you all a question. How many of you respond to every single one of your messages in 24 to 48 hours? Okay? And how many? And the gentleman in the back raised his hand proudly, so I'm assuming you really stay on top of that. I get it. Do you have any idea the first sentence of most emails I send out? So sorry for the delay in getting back to you. Okay, I'm sorry. I got a million things on my plate. There are times it'll take me 3 days to get back to somebody. Okay, and I get it. It should be less than that. But the point that I'm making is you've got to make sure you keep trying to contact these people. Okay, here you go. The majority of the people that make the calls are doing it in 5 and 6 calls. Last one is, look at these statistics. Okay, the average company makes 1.5 call attempts. Average company takes 44 hours. That's a week. And the last one, over half of companies never respond at all. I was so blown away by that number, I went back into the research and found it myself to see if this number was accurate, and it is. If you want to increase your sales, one of the simplest, easiest ways to do it, call back every single person that says they want to talk to you and do it in a proper time frame. Okay, one of the easiest ways to do it. So your action steps. If you're not going to follow up, don't network. If you have no interest in getting back in touch with the people that you're meeting, don't go network. You're wasting your time, and worse, you're wasting mine. Commit to following up, set a strict timetable. This gentleman in the back that raised his hand, that he makes sure he follows up with everybody in 2 days. I'm willing to bet that you probably have a very strict timetable. You probably keep a really close eye on exactly how this has to be done. It doesn't come by happenstance. You've got to set up the timetable. And the last thing is by doing all of this, it's going to help you enjoy your business growth. Okay, so that's your networking checklist. What is networking? Overcoming your fears, where to go, what to say, how to follow up. So now here's what we need to do. We need to take some action. On Monday, I didn't say Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, I said on Monday, I would like you to open up your calendar, whatever calendar system you use, and I want you to pick a 2-hour block of time, whether it be a breakfast or a lunch or an evening. Block out some period of time to go network. Block out the time necessary. I want you to find an event near you. Go to, look up networking groups, look up chambers of commerce, look up associations, talk to your friends, talk to your other people in your company. Okay, RSVP for the event. It is amazing the amount of people that will never get to an event that they don't RSVP for. RSVP for the event. Attend the event, follow up. And repeat. Networking isn't hard, but it works if it's done the right way. So please, for those of you that were listening to this saying to yourself, I need to practice this, I need to get into more of this, make sure you drop me an email so I can send you the deck. The biggest challenge that I have as a speaker is trying to cover the most amount of information possible. More importantly, being able to provide you with information that not only you can use yourselves, but you can take home with you. I have created a library of products called the Successful Networker Program. It is all 3 of my books, as well as CDs and DVDs that will answer just about everything you ever needed to know on how to fill your pipeline faster. Okay, and the kind of training I'm talking about is training that won't end up having people in your company look like this, but having them look like that. Okay, you have people in your company that need to learn how to do this. So the system that I have here, as I said, is called the Successful Networker Program. I traditionally sell this online for $2.99 plus shipping and handling. All the stuff that you get is in a nice kit that looks just like this. If you're sitting here saying to yourself that you are missing the networking component in your company, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your employees to pick one of these up at least per company and take it home with you.